Paris in Renault. Out of the blue, past so many deaths we were born, mad. How would we know the mirror forgets whatever it sees? We believe the wind gets through the chink of walls. How would we know the wind stays behind a closed door? Senselessly past so many deaths, we are a graveyard across. We U-turn only a hop away from our destination. We weave in and out of outdistancing one another. How many more margins does our distance stretch? This damned hoo-ha rising from which neighborhood window, which damned ear does it corner in? And revolves around which clock hand? This very tomorrow which rained a remote smile on lips, heads, in which station of the wind shall I stand to say 7? I'm such a weeping willow for all this withstanding the wind unswayed, that in the whereabouts of the hand in the clock, worn out by this coming and going of all the 7s, I'm spent. What town calls its travelers to return? Which road? I swear in the name of the water that drips from my hand, I won't shrink from wanting you. You just write death all over my letters. I will live. Mister, hey, taxi, tour of all Isfahan for 1,000. I threw 30 house to the sea to keep 3 arches for lovers on Khaju Bridge. Madam, I'm not afraid of the police. I can raise havoc and dream long pavement crowds of the main street riot in dreamy love-making heats. At times, fear is a lecherous mayor who parks his mistress. Sir, I can move from this house too. Become the sidle dreams of walls and be no gypsy lover. I don't blame the moon for distance. This rain that has brought the sea to my side is a saying that speaks like a poem or the youth I left behind on a bicycle. I won't blame the moon for distance. When there was no way through, you so shortcut that Saturday, it poured down from my calendar. There are only 2 paths ahead. I won't take a third. I am woe-begotten at the foot of the poem I'm writing. Just say I love you and die. These days, star means the ultimate woman who's coming. The kite was only a lifelong captive in my hands, a man who, with a kiss on a hand, calls an old city, a man who walked on his weeping, slept in the dream of your eyes. I am far enough from the sea to be a heretic for you. Sit in my eyes and pray at the bottom of the sea. These days, star means the ultimate woman who comes. After her Birds Are Gone poem, like an apple living on a tree side, I was wonderstruck and don't know that I means which. Roads arrive from town to town, bridges from highway to parallel highway. Why don't we arrive anywhere? Still the mirror jails an unnameable that does everyone's loneliness. Still everywhere there's a road for me to traverse. No pedestrian is the last one alone. No pedestrian practiced the man. No pedestrian ever asked, "Hey, mister?" And my spouse wept last night for the coffee house that died under water last night, for the sea embracing the houses last night. I saw the Sea of Chamkali in my notebook and crossed it out. The poem is not like the poet, each night wanting a new bosom. You want to let me go? You think I'll die of grief? I'll go north, never mind the girls who don't rhyme. Ding dong! Who is it? It's the milkman. Oh, the milkman. Sorry, I have no child to get more milk. No name to peddle around town. For all the gauges gaping at I know not, when do we arrive anywhere? There where we arrive, maybe not where you are. for one night that hasn't gone in my arms. Stay with me. I'll be spending my days knocking around the margins, following out, falling in love, ever towards you, even though I hear no wailing in this instrument. Say a word and I'll become the song of the reed. I wish the sky had a heart to tear away from me. I wish it hinted at when we'll be feathered together. I'd not have picked from desire's bunch of grapes and wouldn't have said this bottle shall be wine. I said, hey, bring back my furthest desire. What shall I do? It didn't work out. Will I be yours, hey? I wanted to offer you so much heart. To hell it didn't work out. I'll fall in love with another. Not much time was left to the conversation of the cockerels. I said, right. I can't sleep again. I said, right. They must have gagged the cockerels. I said, right. I had to tell you goodbye. As I was saying right, she hung up. I'm standing next to the door. The architecture of your body is etched on the bed in the corner of the floor. I keep puffing and staring at the hanger, trouser legs from behind whose stripes a bird flew. I wish I clipped its wings forever. Where are you carrying these days? Whatever there was in the mirror, the pictures intimated. How can I find all sevens in the mirror? How many more margins does our distance stretch? How many more seconds, huh? You pounded the sea on the opposite wall, so I sit and watch the extravagance of youth on my face. Just 2 clock hands till dawn can I stay in the corner of the square. Where are your windows? Next to a man turning the pages of history, I flew a glimpse to the skies and said, how blue are your eyes?